There we go.
Is. Whoa. Hello and welcome to the Sega Addicts After Hours, episode 27. I'm your host today, Scotty Mo, and with me doing his dissertation is Stevie Grant.
Hello, I'm not going to be speaking much because I'm writing and putting in quotes and stuff, so we'll see. If you're lucky, I might read you out the full 2,500 words of this chapter.
And also with us is Pocky X.
I am painting.
And Brett
We're all
Hatfield.
doing other things in this episode.
Everybody else is doing other things. I was polite enough to at least turn off my Tekken game. Well, sort
You
of.
turned off the TV, probably.
I didn't actually. It's still up. It's irrelevant. Look, Asuka's wearing a Dreamcast shirt, so
Boy,
we can talk about this here.
Glad you're polite enough then, like you said.
Well, I'm not playing. I have it paused, though. Oh, you're seeing too much of the alleyway. I'm sorry.
Alright, so, Tom, what have you been playing?
I have been playing World of Warcraft.
Oh, man.
Some of my friends from the Magical Girls that I hang out with on Twitter wanted to get back into the game and start a Magical Girl guild, so naturally I am invited.
Now, which magical girl are you? Because I assume somebody else took Sailor Moon.
We're just playing characters. We're playing our own Magical Girls, I guess. I don't know.
Tell
We're
us
not
about your
role-playing.
transformation sequence.
I'm not. It's basically completely nude. I've been playing more of the Sword Art Online Vita game because that game is so fucking good.
If it had
I don't know if I
wireless,
told-
if it had like online play, I'd consider it. If you're enjoying it this much, but for $40, man,
It might go down in price someday, but I doubt it. So
I hope.
I
I mean, gosh, the only thing
I-
I know that's released at that high of a price, well, it wasn't even that high, was Miku, and that was a full.
is that still full price?
Well, I think it was $30, but I mean something that high, like the same time that a physical version came out.
Well, Sword Art Online did not get a physical release here for obvious reasons. No one would buy it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I say it's very good, and I think if you like Sword Art Online, you should probably get it. Last time I was saying it was very much like Phantasy Star, and I stand by that. But the more I got into it, the more I realized this is more for fans of the show than if you just want a generic action game, because there's a lot of text.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not really for you if you're just looking for a Phantasy Star replacement. But if you're looking for a Phantasy Star replacement and you love the show, then definitely check it out. Also, Demon Gaze on the Vita. Demon Gaze on the Vita is, I'm like less than a dungeon into it, so I have no idea if that's good or not. And I'm still playing Akiba's Trip on the Vita because that game just continues to be the best thing ever. Why are you laughing at me, Brett?
You just paused and painted on yourself for like 5 seconds before you continued that statement.
Yeah, Akiba's Trip on the Vita is delightful. I highly recommend it. And I will be finishing that review this week, hopefully. I'm trying to get to finish a New Game Plus run before I finish writing it, but that might not happen. Since I tried doing it on a harder difficulty. But and I finished Chapter 1 of Mugen Soul Z on the PS3, which is not a game for well-adjusted, healthy adults.
Well, it's by NIS, isn't it? It's put out by NIS. So
you can figure out.
I kind of assumed that at that point.
Well, you know all of my problems with the game just from that. The beginning. It's by NIS. They make a certain kind of game that appeals to a certain kind of, let's be honest, male adult.
Oh no.
But it's
And we're completely shameless for enjoying these games.
They're usually okay, but with problems. Like Mugen Soul Z feels a lot like Neptunia 1, in that when you're in the overworld, it's got a choppy frame rate. That makes no sense, since there's almost nothing on screen.
Did you play Rebirth yet?
I'm still playing Rebirth.
Is
I forgot.
it just the first game remade, or what?
It's the first game.
It's the first game, but better.
Yeah, it's the
Huh.
first game with a new battle system, new music, and new dialogue.
So I
And a
have
new
the first one, and I just never made any progress with it because it was so just
tedious.
yeah. So I'm wondering if I should maybe try
Rebirth
Rebirth.
is infinitely better.
Rebirth has the victory battle system, doesn't it?
Yes, Rebirth is completely the victory battle system, and it's a great thing. But it's hard for me to give it like a solid, definite recommendation because it's still a pretty niche title.
Yeah.
I would say.
But it is the best version of that game.
It is the best version of that game. Don't bother finishing the first one. If you really want to play it, play Rebirth.
Yeah.
And Brett, you don't need to have played the previous games in the series to play Victory, right?
Not really, no. I mean, there are some references like to battles and characters and shit from the first game, the first two games, but they really kind of just go on their own with it.
Okay, so then, yeah, I'd say Victory's probably cheaper, so you should probably play Victory
Victory's
first.
cheaper and more fun. Infinitely more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it is amazing that game is actually cheaper than the first one, because when I bought the first game used, it was still like $36. And I've seen Victory new for $29. So.
Hi, Scotty.
That's just because the oh brother. That's just because the first one's harder to come by because I think they put out more versions of that in that like big
Oh yeah, that's like over $100
semi
on that.
collectors.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, thanks, Stevie.
I think that's a good idea. See, I'm joining in. I know what's going on. I'm chipping in.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Good
I
one,
would bother
Brett.
going for the original. Just either if you want to try out the battle system, see if you'd like it, get Victory. That's cheap.
Mhm.
Or if you want to start from the beginning of the story, try Rebirth. The story is more charming this time around.
And don't play Mark II, ever.
Less pedo, more charming.
Well, we'll see. That'll be further down the line. I'll probably jump into Persona more next month when I'm out and about more than I am now, so one thing at a time. But I did find the collector's edition of Sword Art Online that I don't think you're ever going to own, Tom.
Why? What is it?
Because it's $175 on eBay, but I found this picture anyway. And it's got like a couple soundtrack discs and postcards and probably an art book in there somewhere in a giant box.
And it's all in Japanese, so I'll never be able to read it anyway.
Yeah.
I want it.
Tom, you're Asian. You can read any Asian dialect.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Scotty,
Don't mess with us.
Scotty, how far are you into SAO?
Let me check my Netflix thing. Doop. Everybody died, if that tells you anything.
I'm fully caught up in the series into the episode 11 of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, is it worth it?
My internet's
so
being crappy. At least on the phone it is. I might get booted. That'll be fun.
Yeah, you don't have to answer that question. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. But either way, I just wanted to say that, yeah, I've been watching season 2, and getting through the second half of season 1 is totally worth it. Definitely check that out.
Well, I'm at the part, like I said, where everybody just died.
Everybody just died?
Yeah, that could be spoilers. I don't know. The game supposedly ended.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody important died.
Yeah, that's the end of Arc 1. If you want, I can tell you everything you need to know about Arc 2.
No, I'll learn it. I'll find it. I'll watch it.
Test and all.
That's not necessary. What else? Have you been playing anything else?
Nope. That's been my life, is painting.
Cool.
That's
Brett.
not entirely true.
What?
That's not entirely true, because we did play something on Thursday nights.
Oh yeah, I played some Virtua Fighter 5 with Brett Hatfield, and I think I might have won.
You bodied me. I think the score was like Tom 15, me embarrassing.
It wasn't embarrassing because I did better than you. It was embarrassing because I didn't know how to play.
Yeah, yeah. Like before we started the stream, you were like, "You're gonna have to teach me how to play this thing," and then you fucking wreck me.
Yeah, that was a thing I did.
Friend, I demolished. Well, didn't really demolish, but I beat Brett in Daytona. Tom beat Brett in fighting things.
I'm off my game, yo.
Stevie, you have to beat Brett in RPGs somehow.
I don't play MMOs, so that's
These are
not
the only
gonna
three
happen.
I
genres he plays.
agree. Oh, good anime reference, Tom. Cool. Man, your band is good, Scotty. I don't know what to say. No, what did you ask? Oh, if I'll beat Brett in an RPG. If RPGs were multiplayer, then fine, yes.
Thank God Type 0 is
Maybe,
there
I
as a
don't know.
multiplayer.
Actually, if Stevie just got a PS3, he could probably take you on an Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah, that's not much of an achievement.
Digzilla made a Sega Addicts drinking game, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was for though.
I think I played that last week.
Is there a
think
shot?
It's like the Sega Addicts drinking game is start off mixing your drinks and then by the end of it just drink out of the bottle because fuck it. That's what I learned.
If there isn't one for Brett says something about Type 0, there should be.
I think there is.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
by the way, just to clarify, last week I am not drinking vodka for at least 2 weeks, so there we go. I've learnt my lesson.
Not bad.
2-week timeout. I've learned my lesson.
Nice.
Stevie's
Brett.
sitting in the corner.
What have you been playing, Brett?
Well, aside from VF5 and KOF trying to prepare for this upcoming Thursday's stream, I've been playing a lot of Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I can't explain why, but that's been a thing that's been happening. And I made a Dreamcast alt for Asuka, so it's relevant to you people, totally. And that's about it. That is literally all I've been playing because I just got this new fight stick, the Mad Catz Street Fighter Cross Tekken Fight Stick Pro. So
That is rad!
Yeah, I've been trying to test it out. I got it for a damn good price, actually. This stick usually retails about $135, and I found a dude on eBay who was willing to get it down to $85 and free shipping. So that was pretty dope. I don't know if I'm going to mod the internals on this one like I did my other one, because the actual internals in this are very damn good. Like, they're legit Sanwa parts, they're not cheap Mad Catz parts, and they feel awesome. So it's more or less just going to be like cosmetic mods, like changing the ball top, changing the artwork, stuff like that. But I'm super happy with it. Like, it's a fantastic, fantastic piece. So, yeah.
Brett's pretty happy with this piece.
I'm pretty happy with my big jiggly stick.
Jeez.
Yeah. I bet you are happy with your stick. That's all I heard.
That's all you
I'm
needed
happy
to hear.
with Brett's stick.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy with my stick. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We should be Sega ad sticks. I don't know.
I
God damn it,
I thought you were about to say that we should be grateful.
You should be grateful. Not a lot of
man.
people get to hear about my stick.
Have you been playing anything else besides with your stick?
No, I haven't. No, wait, I picked up Choo Choo Rocket on Android finally.
Oh, nice. That's
I'm-
arguably a better version than the Dreamcast.
It really
version.
is. It really is.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
it's
that-
very good.
If there's any game that transfers well to something with going from no controller to going from controller to touchscreen,
It's
that
Choo Choo
one,
Rocket.
because you click and then you swipe in the direction of which arrow you want to put down on the screen, and so multiplayer, if you ever get into that, is a lot easier. But it just makes sense. It just makes sense for that.
And every time I fucked up a puzzle, I heard Tom in my head going, "You fucking idiot! I'm going to kill you." It was very motivating.
And it's only $1, so there's no reason to not buy it. It's only $1, I think.
It's only $1 and it's damn good.
That's one of the few games that I keep on my. You can see them here. Look at all my games on my phone. Choo Choo Rockets.
Yours looks like mine, except replace Crazy Taxi with Ridge Racer Slipstream.
How's Jet Set Radio on iPhone? Because I have
that.
I would imagine horrible.
It's probably. I could tell you the.
Wait, are you fucking with me? It's hardly playable on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Let alone iPhone.
Just because they take away the controls, which is the stressor in that game, doesn't mean that it's better.
Yeah.
I would say, like, in order of quality, it goes iPhone Jet Set, then Vita Jet Set, and then console. Because the Vita tries to do this thing where you use the touch screen or the back of it or something, and it just doesn't work like you thought it would.
Fuck Vita back touch so hard.
Yeah, especially when you learn that that's what's happening when your character is randomly crouching for no reason.
Or in PS1 classics, why your button presses aren't registering.
Yeah, that too.
Because your fingers are slightly too far away on the back touch.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but I don't know. Maybe that's why they recalled the first line and they're putting out the 2000 now or something.
Well, the 2000 is a great console.
I haven't messed with it at all.
I have it in my pants.
Fantastic.
He has life in his pants.
Stevie, have you been playing anything you want to run us through real quick?
When analysing the supposed effects of the Friday the 13th series on media, it remains important to keep the source material in mind in all discussions. However, an interesting topic that has arisen is the original movie's context. Without talk of its many... I'm kidding, I've been playing I Love Katamari. We love Katamari.
I was actually listening to what you were saying, though, because I like horror movies.
Do you want me to go through the whole...
No.
I mean, this is chapter 3 out of 6,000 words. I could go through the first two first if you'd like.
Wow. No, that's okay.
We should be grateful.
I give up.
Well,
We Love Katamari is the second one, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and Katamari Damacy wasn't released in the UK. No, I really like it. I think it's a great example of what you can do with making a game that isn't killing people, or I guess you kind of kill people. You roll them up into a ball and crush them everywhere and turn them into stars and stuff. But no, it's fun. I like it.
So just so the
first one didn't come out in Europe. That's weird.
No, it's what I like is that it's really good for quick blasts. At the moment, I'm doing dissertation stuff, so it's nice to just say, I'll reward myself with Katamari level, and then you play that and you go away. It does take a while to get used to the controls, though. I'll just say that.
It does, and then your brain realizes what you're doing, and then it's like, oh, this actually makes a lot of sense the way they have it set up.
Yeah, once you realize that basically the thumbsticks are hands and the controller is a ball, basically, kind of, you realize how to play it. It doesn't work like any other kind of 3D game. It's not like you're playing the Prince, you're kind of playing his hands, almost, if that makes sense.
My favorite level in that game is the Christmas level.
The Christmas level is good, I've done that already.
I played the crap out of the first one. I haven't played the second one that much.
I'm trying to think if I've played anything else. No, I haven't played any more Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played any more Condemned. I really haven't played much. Oh, I played 2 seconds of Hotline Miami on a bus on my Vita. And I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it for what I've been playing this week. Oh, and a bit of Kingdom Tales 2 for a review. And that's it.
Cool.
Really, I've just been writing about Friday the 13th. So
I wish I could.
It's a really rubbish movie. It's a really rubbish movie. The first Friday the 13th.
I thought, okay, for some reason I heard Nightmare on Elm Street, but yeah, no, the whole Friday the 13th series isn't even that great. Anyway.
No, it's not. It really isn't. That's what my whole dissertation is about how it just takes away elements and reuses them for, okay, whatever, I won't explain it.
No, I just watched part 7. I can't remember. Have you seen all of them?
I'm working my way through them. I've
Okay.
watched the
Did you get
first
to
one
the
a couple
one
of times
where
now.
the girl's dad got pulled into the lake because the deck like fell apart and he drowned for some reason?
I think that's the Manhattan one.
No, the Manhattan one I
I'm
do
not.
need to see because apparently Jason just walks around the streets of Manhattan, like punches a guy in the face and his head explodes or something ridiculous.
It takes place on a boat, though. Mostly on. It doesn't take place in Manhattan, really.
Oh, oh,
I think Jason X is a legitimately funny movie.
Jason X is one of my favorite movies.
I haven't seen that one. That's when
Right.
he's in
Okay. I
space,
wouldn't
right?
say that.
No.
Yeah, that's the one. It's in space.
Hands
Yeah.
down, I legitimately love that movie.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie.
It's so much fun, though.
I smell
Yeah, I wouldn't
commentary in
say
the
it's my
future.
favorite movie.
Uh-oh.
No, we still got to do The Room, though. Which I found out there's a porn parody of The Room, so...
Oh my
There is.
gosh.
What's it called? I'm not gonna watch
I'm not going to
it.
tell you
wanna-
because you haven't seen The Room.
The
first.
Poon?
Yeah, that's why
It's just called The Room,
The butt
porn
room.
parody, and it's for free, I think. You can get it
Better
for
be.
free.
Better
Alright.
not charge people for that.
I know what the next
Don't
commentary
watch it
is.
until you've watched The Room.
So, yeah, what have I been playing?
Yeah, what have you...
How do we follow that?
Well, it was the Dreamcast's 15th birthday on this past Tuesday, so I didn't get to stream anything like I wanted to, but I had to play a little bit of Dreamcast, so I picked up Sonic again and got pissed off at Tails some more, so I was like, no, screw it. You know what? I really need to finish Jet Set Radio. It was bothering me so much that I didn't beat that game on its original system, but I have elsewhere. So I realized I wasn't actually too far from the ending, and did the last boss, which was so ridiculous. It just I love it though because spoilers for a 15-year-old game, but the last boss you're fighting this one dude that's trying to like scratch the ultimate record or play the ultimate soundtrack or something on the top of a skyscraper, which is just a giant turntable spinning, and then there's 4 other sections that you have to get to that have a giant golden flying rhino like blowing fire at you while you're trying to spray paint the top of each of these buildings, and it makes no sense even with the rest of the game, but I love it because it's so outlandish.
Nothing
And then
you just said is normal.
I know, and I miss that about video games. And but then at the end, the credits roll and it's all hunky dory and whatever, and they stuck it to the man. But then Professor K is like, "But is it really over?" or something like that. And then it just throws you back into the garage, and you can start the game over, and it's like a game plus mode, but everything's still unlocked, which makes me wonder, did I actually already beat this? Because I remember this happening before, so I might even be on my 3rd playthrough. I don't know.
So it was all completely worthless.
I don't know because what's his name? The dog. What is their dog's name? I can't remember. But he was like reprogrammed by the noise tanks or something, so he has this little thing on his head that makes him look like a robot almost. And I thought that if you beat the game a certain way, that got rid of that. So that's still there. I'm thinking maybe there's something I have to do. I don't know. This is all basing on never looking up guides or anything to this game. So.
You have to, Scotty. I actually know how you remove that, though.
Oh
Do you know
yeah.
what you do?
Nope.
You have to do the do.
And eat some Doritos.
We don't even have Mountain Dew here, so... Actually, do you know what's fucked up? We do have Mountain Dew, but the thing over here is that Mountain Dew has so much like chemicals and sugar that legally it has to be marketed here as an energy drink. So over here it's called Mountain Dew Energy, even though it's the exact same drink.
Interesting. That's weird.
awesome.
You people and your Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles and your Mountain Dew
Yeah,
energy
but doesn't
drink.
that say more? Doesn't that say more about American food culture?
Probably. And why our portions have been gradually getting smaller.
Bigger, you mean? Bloody hell.
No, the portions in restaurants are getting smaller because people are fat. I don't know. It's dumb. It's
But
country.
surely that would mean that portions would get bigger.
Well, they were bigger, so now they're making them smaller to force people to eat less at restaurants or just order more
Wow.
helpings. Yeah, it
That's
does.
not
It's
happening in Philly.
It's definitely not working, whatever they're trying to do. What else did I play? I went through and double-checked all the Genesis games that I'm giving out to people from the marathon, and they all work. Some of them were a little funky, so I'm giving the ones that were being a little funky an extra free game, just in case it completely shits itself. But they work. I tested them. But also in that process, unfortunately, I found that I have a bad cable for my Genesis, and that my Model 2 Genesis is not working that well. So I actually used my Model 3 to test these things, which is such a little cheap piece of junk. But whatever.
That's the one I played the most, actually. I had the Model 2, but...
I'll go get it, because if
No,
you
wait, no,
haven't
I
seen
had the Model 1. No,
Oh, yeah, I stopped playing that thing to, like, preserve it. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves about the Genesis.
Yeah, I don't like the Model 2 Genesis. I think it just looks dumb.
Yeah.
No effort went into it. It's just a box.
Well, the Model 3's worse.
Well, the Model 3 has at least a little flair to it.
Well, the way they stylized the 3,
Actually,
I
let's
guess.
grab this before the show. It's my bad that I had to run and grab it now. But check out this quality piece of hardware. Look at that thing,
That's
guys.
the one I have.
See how small that is? That's not what she said. Tom, you're not looking. Pay attention when I'm talking.
I know what a Model 3 looks like.
Fine,
Yeah.
jerk.
We both own it.
But I just want to point out how great the power, the power light on it is. Let's watch this. It's a sticker. It's not even a light. But yeah, no, I make fun, but hey, that's my backup, so it's working all right, I guess. What else was I doing? Crap, I forgot to grab something else. This will be funny, don't worry. Talk more.
The original
Can I
Famicom,
sing Owl City while he's gone?
What's up?
Wait, never
I'm
mind,
gonna
it's right
sing
in my
Owl
room.
City while he's gone.
Oh,
I'd like
I got
to
it,
make
I got it. You don't need to sing
myself
anything.
believe.
Fine, I got it.
Just let me do the chorus. That planet
Street Fighter.
Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say
no,
that
wait,
we're
actually,
others
that's that song? What?
when I'm bleed.
Super
'Cause
Street
everything
Fighter.
is never as it seems.
I hear that shit at
Of
work all
course.
the time. Now I know who to blame for
Look
it.
at this. It's got an exclusive way to order a Street Fighter 6-button pad. And I was like, oh man, I hope that's still in the manual. So sure enough, I look it up in the very back, and that's the controller that you could have ordered. Look at that thing.
what
Brett,
the
You
fuck?
probably need that, right, Brett, to play a
Oh my
fighting game?
god, I
don't even know how you would hold that thing. It looks
I-
like a gun.
Yeah, that doesn't look like any type of arcade stick I've ever seen.
I
And
want it though.
it's hilarious, and then like I mentioned, I got all these games from a friend of mine, and I look over to the notes page, and that's all it says at the top.
What's it say? Sam
Oh.
stinks?
Sam stinks.
I agree. Sam Walton stinks.
So, yeah, I thought that was pretty hilarious. But they all work, and I kind of wish I wasn't giving some of them away, but you guys earned it for watching us go crazy.
Make some crazy money.
Yeah, speaking of making crazy money, or at least spending crazy money, I think it's about time that we got into the news, unless anyone has anything else that they played or whatever.
Oh, I've got something that I'd like to say.
Protect Oscar
No.
because I'm a smile.
What?
You're gonna sing, I know it.
No, I'm not gonna sing. I promise you, I'm not gonna sing.
Okay.
Okay. Violence is often a key tool for horror movies, as murder and darker themes are often displayed in the genre. However, it is the explicit content that can often separate similar movies, even if they share the same structure, or even if one specific. Good one.
Oh man. So I am afraid to get a picture of this, but Brett, would you be able to bring up the picture of that first news point that we had?
I probably can't because Google Effects and shit are not working for me. Which
All right, I'll find it here then.
leather jacket though?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not really news, but if anyone's familiar, I might go robotic here because
I
I'm
got
trying to
this.
load this. Oh, okay.
No worries, I got this.
Insert Coin Clothing is an awesome gaming apparel company that makes officially
I've got
licensed
something
stuff.
from them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got my Hotline Miami jacket from them.
Oh, cool.
Is it quality?
Is it like a
I can put it
Letterman's
on
thing
if
or?
you'd like. You can see
Sure,
it.
go for it.
Got it right here.
Brett, stop screen sharing that for a second.
Okay.
So that we
Yes'm.
can look at Stevie's thing here.
That's what she said.
I'm, boy.
Brett, you need another joke.
Hey, that's the first time I've used that all day.
Wait,
No, it is
freeze
really good.
Freeze it on Stevie's thing. I can't see his camera.
I do have it on Stevie.
Oh,
You have
maybe
to click it
yeah.
yourself.
Whoa, cool. What's the back of it look like?
Pretty much just.
Yeah. Oh, there isn't a logo on there or anything.
But
That's pretty.
but they add loads of nice details, like the inside and stuff
Wow.
like that.
Damn.
How much did that set you back, if you don't mind me asking?
I got it for my birthday a couple of years ago. I think it was like £50 or something.
Damn.
Well, like they are expensive, but
Yeah.
to be fair, like you get what you pay for. So
That's yeah.
they're
It's
a British
still a good
company.
jacket that you can actually.
got my
you
headset.
can actually.
They're a British company as well, though, so I guess I'm lucky in that I don't have to pay a fortune for packaging.
Yeah.
Probably
the,
Yeah, that would be my issue.
Yeah, throw that thing up there now, Brett. They released or they're taking pre-orders for an actual leather jacket from Shenmue that's worn by Ryu. Well, yeah, it's the one that he actually wore. No, it's designed after that, but it is, I think it's like 80 pounds or $112 US dollars. It's ridiculous, but leather jackets, most leather jackets are about $100, I think.
Yeah.
But I fucking want that so bad.
It does look awesome.
Oh my god.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna get it for cheap, and even though I haven't really like completed Shenmue, I'm just gonna wear it and be smug. So
They don't even have my size. That's depressing.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'd worry about is I'd be real skeptical to order because I've never owned a leather jacket, so I don't even know how they fit. I don't know what size I would need or anything. But holy shit, that looks nice. I do need a new kind of a winterish jacket. Tell me why I shouldn't buy this.
Market it to yourself. You're trying to justify it. I need a winter jacket.
Yeah, I really should not even bother with that, but fuck, I want that. It looks so good. And the thing is too, they just put the Parappa's orange beanie on there, and I really want that too. That's $30 for a hat or over $100 for a jacket. Let's think about this.
That is more than I
If it's really the post and packaging that's the trouble, I could find out how much it would cost for me to send it and then do all that kind of stuff.
I don't want you to bother doing all that. That's not necessary.
But I want you to look fashionable, bro. Come on.
I'll just walk around asking them if people have seen sailors and tell them they should be grateful.
See, that's not.
No. What you do?
You better
is
be careful if it's the wrong part of town. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
No, you buy the Shenmue jacket, you buy the Parappa hat, and you just go up to people and be like, you gotta believe that you should be grateful.
Oh, jeez.
So I would pay that for a jacket. I think that price is, high but reasonable for a jacket. But for the beanie, no.
No, definitely not the beanie. For the jacket, the only reason I see it, I'm seriously considering it because leather jackets go for $100. This is a leather jacket that is modeled after something I really love. So.
And it's quality, as we've learned from Stevie.
Yeah, I didn't know that they did a Hotline Miami jacket. That's pretty cool.
Like, it's not just
No,
a cheap
they
fashion,
are
it's,
like.
it's legit quality.
No. They definitely put the effort in. They're brilliant. They're really good.
Yeah,
and they're also
good.
I think some game stores hired them to design their uniforms and stuff as well.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I did see they just put also on there a bunch of shirts from The Last of Us and like actual shirts that the characters wear. Excuse me. I think we first reported about them on the site when they had Jet Set Radio. They had Beats shirt and Gums shirt and stuff. So.
I thought we also talked about them when they started doing the Green Hill track team and stuff like that. Which that's an awesome
they have,
design.
Eggman Science Club and other stuff. They had a sweet.
If they had stuff that fit me and the shipping wasn't murderous, I would have gotten that Green Hill track team. I really love that one.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool thing. So yeah, we could probably talk about clothes we want to wear forever, like a bunch of women. Just kidding.
Oh.
That was.
Nah, women suck.
Am I right? Nah.
I hate women. Women are lame. They're rubbish.
Tumblr.
Thing they're good for
Horrible.
is making sandwiches.
Yeah,
Oh man,
making
I'm looking
sandwiches.
through some of their other like Sega stuff right now, and they have one that's like those shirts that have like headphones printed around the neck.
Brett,
Yeah, those
come
are
on, we're
kinda
talking
lame,
about how
usually.
much we hate women. Get back on topic.
I hate Tumblr.
Right.
Anyway,
So Tumblr is women now.
they're the ones that are going to be angry with us.
God damn it, Brett!
I'm
Don't
pretty
take
sure.
this seriously, gamers.
Pretty
Wait,
sure
what?
no one on Tumblr cares about this podcast enough to worry about it.
True.
I am not worried about Tumblr's views. Or
Sega
and
Gate.
now every time I say Tumblr, I'm going to think that I'm talking about women. So great.
I would tangent and defend Tumblr, but that would take a long time.
I don't worry about that. So anyway, Tokyo Game Show's coming up. The Tokyo Game Show 2014. It's going to be September 18th through the 21st. And Sega has, of course, announced bunches of games that are going to be there and nowhere else because, they hate the rest of the world. It's really hard to think that we actually are a Sega fan site anymore, but
Yeah, we're more of an Atlas fan site.
speak for yourself. Anyway,
Play Persona 4, goddammit!
they are going to be showing Yakuza 0. I'm just going to go through the list and then we can talk about stuff rather than talking about each thing as we go here. Yakuza 0, The Place of Oath, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax.
Yes!
Have Puyo Puyo Tetris, Hero Bank 2, Phantasy Star Online 2, Episode 3. They'll have Hatsune Miku Project Mirai Remix. Over there it's called Sonic Tune, so they'll have, actually the Wii U version is called Sonic Tune Ancient Treasure, 3DS version is Sonic Tune Adventure Island. Oh wow, wonder how they got past that. I didn't realize it was called that, that's funny. And then there's also Shining Resonance, Shining Resonance, The World End Eclipse, PlayStation, or PSO, Phantasy Star Online Nova, and then Night of Two Fafnir Labyrinth of New World Tree made by Atlas. I have no clue what that one is. But
God damn it.
so yeah, the first thing up was Yakuza. That's cool. We're not going to see it. Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. I could see us maybe getting that as a digital version somewhere.
I know me and Tom are going to get it from PlayAsia, so...
Yeah.
Puyo Puyo Tetris is going to be on PS4 and Xbox One. That's an odd release base, but I really want that game. Hero Bank 2, I've heard is a good iOS game, but I'm not interested in it really. PSO, huh?
I've heard good things about Hero Bank as well, but I've never been interested.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, look at this shirt that they're selling there, though.
What? Where?
This shirt that they're selling at their TGS booth.
Oh, okay.
Let me pull it up here. This is pretty, I have a feeling somebody will be angry about this for some reason.
Yeah, I saw that. We should obviously point out that we're seeing this on the Sega Nerds site. So props
Yes.
to them for posting all this stuff and
Sega
summing
Nerds
it up nicely.
represent.
Sega Nerds.
We love the guys at Sega Nerds.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. This Teddy thing they've got here.
They've got a ton of merch that they're going to have there. I wish we had anyone that writes for our site over there because they should get us all of the free stuff.
I think Chris Kanegi is over there.
He doesn't really write for us anymore.
Yeah, but we can call in a favor.
Get us everything that you can.
Steal their entire fucking booth.
Yeah, there's a sweet Dreamcast hoodie too, and like glasses holding cases.
I like
shaped
those
like
Miku
the
gloves.
Saturn controllers, and other things. But yeah, I mean it's nothing like out of the ordinary. The only game that's on there that we'll talk about in a second is The World End Eclipse, is a JRPG just announced by Sega. As of now, it's just going to be on the Vita, Android, PC, and iOS. So that'll be cool to get some more information about that. But yeah, do you guys have anything to say about the specific games they are going to be showing off over there?
I'm just really hyped for Dengeki Bunko. It's gonna be fun.
Mirror Remix.
Mirai Remix, that's gonna be good. I don't give a shit about Yakuza 0 because it's never coming here. So
You
look
give
what
it
you've
up,
done. Look what you've done, Sega. You've made me not care about one of my favorite franchises.
Completely
Way to
brilliant.
go. Good job. Good job. Puyo Puyo Tetris, I'm pretty interested in seeing how that looks.
Yeah, I should probably just watch gameplay of that game because I haven't even done that yet. I'm just curious as to how it works.
Yeah, like, is it gonna be? I don't know. It should be interesting though.
I think I saw Puyo Puyo Tetris at Otakon.
Oh,
The hell didn't you play it?
Because I was playing Miku.
You can play Miku in a couple weeks.
I was, but that,
actually, doesn't Project
Otakon
Eva
was
F
not
not
a
come
couple
out until like
What?
Project Eva F doesn't come out until like November, right?
Yeah.
You can't
I got
play it in a
both.
couple weeks.
I got both versions pre-ordered.
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah.
can't play it on the Vita. I'm not even getting the Vita version. I'm only doing PS3.
Same.
But what was I saying? If I remember correctly from my experience with watching people play Puyo Puyo Tetris, is literally one side was playing Tetris and the other side was playing Puyo Puyo. And if you're playing the Puyo Puyo side, the Tetris thing would drop Puyo things on there. And I don't remember what the penalty was for the Tetris side, though. I don't know if it dropped extra
It
bricks.
probably
or...
adds layers on the bottom. That's normally how Tetris is.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, it looked fun.
Huh. Well, that's cool, I guess. I mean, I thought it would somehow, like, you'd have blocks and Puyos, like the blocks crushing Puyos or something.
That's what I was
be.
kind of hoping for.
That's why I was confused. But, I mean, it makes sense. It's the same as having, what's it called? Pocket Fighter? Street Fighter? Pocket Fighter or something? I guess, because you have a fighting game in the middle. Brett, you just looked completely zoned out, because you're clearly not paying attention to what's going on right now.
No, I heard Pocket Fighter. It's all good.
Puzzle Fighters, right?
Puzzle Fighter, yeah, Super
right?
Puzzle Fighter. That's a
Yeah,
game.
is that the
Pocket
one?
Fighter's a different game.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a game? Sorry, I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
Pocket Fighter has the Puzzle Fighter sprites,
Hmm.
but it's
Is it just a
basically
chibi fighter or something?
yeah, it's a traditional Street Fighter.
Gotcha.
Speaking of, we should probably play Puzzle Fighter on Thursday Throwdowns.
I gotta buy that too.
It's so good though. It's so worth it. It's better than HD Remix.
Is it better than Skullgirls?
Don't make me choose.
Then we're playing Skullgirls first on PS3.
Oh, but I donated for the Steam version.
So did I, and I never got my copy.
It should be on your Humble Bundle page.
Well, it's not. You dick.
I think my internet's being trapped.
I'm gonna look through my records and see if there's a way to get you to redeem yours.
Whatever. I don't actually care.
So
It's like it's not like I'm playing it.
So,
yeah, but I don't want to have to rebuy Squiggly.
as I just mentioned, Sega announced a new JRPG called The World End Eclipse. Really don't know anything about it other than it's a JRPG and it's going to be multi-platform.
And online.
Right.
And it'll also never see our shores, just like PSO.
I saw
I
screenshots
don't know.
of this, and it looked pretty promising.
Since it's Vita, I could see it maybe coming over here just digitally. But I mean, it looks cool. It's super duper colorful. I'm trying to load up screenshots here. I can't tell if it's tactical at all because it does have, it looks like some sort of map of a country or something but that could just be where you're making progress or something like that. But it looks like it has some maybe RTS styles to it. Let me see if I can share with you guys my screen here without things going absolutely haywire. Is that showing up? Like how you have it looks like it could almost be a some sort of RTS. I don't know. But the other screens, like there's the progressive map I was telling you about, and then I guess that's in-game stuff right there, just a battle sequence. So it looks like it could be fun.
My problem because as I said, I thought it looked promising, but
Yeah.
my problem with it is it looks like a phone game.
Well, it is.
That makes
First
sense.
glance, the fact that it can be or it will be, but it's also going to be on Vita. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look like something that I inherently want to play.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is yet. So.
Yeah, whenever something, maybe this is just me being cynical. Well, it is just me being cynical, but whenever something gets announced and they say, "Hey, it's going to be out on this on these systems and also iOS and Android," I'm like, "Ah, great." So that means they have to dumb it down to that version first before they can even try to make it a quality game. So, I don't know. So if it looks cool, I mean, I want to actually see it in action though. All we got are screenshots so far. It's not really news, but Sega updated their comments and policies for their forums. I guess some serious shit went down for them to say, essentially, that anything that's insulting or just downright disrespectful, you will get banned from the forums.
I was so happy when I saw that.
I mean, it has to happen. I'm surprised it hasn't happened before now, but I don't know what caused it to happen. But it's
about fucking time.
That's the most recent thing on their blogs anyway. So yeah, also the as anyone who's been keeping up with like Nintendo, they've seen the new 3DS XLs that are coming out. There's a Smash Brothers one. There's one modeled after the original NES controller and box sort of deal, and then there's also the Persona Q 3DS XL.
And now I have an excuse to buy a 3DS.
Yeah, I figured this would be it for you, Brett.
There were plenty of excuses before. I'm just going to shout.
Yeah, I haven't played my 3DS since the Game Gear games came out on there. I've said that tons of times, but
Scotty, you're a Mega Man fan and you're not playing Gunvolt.
What? Gunvolt?
I played Gunman Clive.
Azure Strikers Gunvolt. It's by Inafune. And
I've got this
like
dog
a prologue
that
to
proves
Mighty
I'm
Number
a
9.
fan.
Like
Yeah.
gameplay.
This
wise.
nice dog right here.
Scotty,
Hmm.
why aren't you playing Gunvolt?
Probably because I just haven't even turned on my 3DS to see what's going on there anymore.
Yeah, it's by Inafune. It's the prologue to Mighty Number 9, and it comes with Mighty Gunvolt, which is an 8-bit Mega Man 9 style version of Gunvolt, and you need to play it.
Gunvolt. All right, I'll make a note of that in the.
Regarding this Atlas Persona Q 3DS, I love it. I will not be getting it because the new 3DS is coming.
Yeah. It boggles my mind that they've announced these 3 different things, 2 of them based off Nintendo franchises or Nintendo, first party stuff, but neither of them are. Or is the Smash Brothers one? Does that have the second nub? I'm not sure.
No.
Why the fuck not? Come on, Nintendo. Seriously.
The weird thing for me though is that neither of these systems come with their respective games.
Yeah, that is also dumb.
That's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Being Nintendo. They have not ever done anything logical in terms of collector's editions.
Well, Fire Emblem did.
The
Fire Emblem 3DS came with Fire Emblem on the cover.
Oh yeah, it had a downloadable one. I think the something else had a digital version of something with it, and I can't remember what. I want to say Animal Crossing, maybe, or something. I don't know, but yeah, there's just never been Nintendo's never been big on collector's editions with stuff. They had the one what was it? Wind Waker, I think, had a Ganon statue with it, and that's the last big collector's item thing that we've had. You can get Link's scarf if you get Hyrule Warriors off of Nintendo's website. Sega Addicts.
I thought that was I thought that was from the Nintendo World Store in New York.
Maybe. I don't know. I just know you can reserve it.
Mario All-Stars for Wii, that was limited edition, and Metroid Prime Trilogy. I guess those kind of count.
Wait, what about Mario?
Those aren't console limited editions, though.
Oh yeah, I guess. Super Mario All-Stars for the Wii and Metroid Prime Trilogy. They're both kind of special editions.
I suppose, yeah. I forgot about All Stars because you do get a soundtrack with it. It's kind of weak, but that is a thing. The Kirby collection was pretty sweet.
Oh, I love that Kirby collection.
It even had episodes of the cartoon, which was pretty cool.
It did?
Yeah, it had 3 or 4 or 5, 6 episodes of the cartoon on somewhere on there.
Well, this is what I get for buying it and never playing it.
I haven't opened it. I just know what's on it. I also have never opened my All-Star Mario collection
Well,
because
that I can get
I'm
to.
that guy. But yeah, speaking of awesome games and stuff, I don't know. Back to the Dreamcast kind of talk. Under Defeat HD is still on sale on PlayStation Network. I don't think we mentioned it last week. I think we mentioned it only during the marathon. But that's it's under $3 on the PlayStation Network right now. It's a shmup that was released on Dreamcast. I don't know if it had a U.S. release, which wouldn't surprise me if it didn't, since you play as Russian helicopter pilots. But um, it's a shmup, and I bought it and haven't played it yet. Tom's played it. He could tell us how awesome it is, right, Tom?
I highly recommend it because it's got a unique secondary weapon option system. So you collect either cannon, Vulcan, or rocket, and you charge up your secondary weapon by not shooting, which
Oh,
is
huh,
very different
interesting.
for a. And the cannon charges up very quickly. The rocket charges up very slowly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
risk reward there. And then when you start firing again after it's fully charged, you'll pop out an option, which will either be the Vulcan cannon, or the cannon, the Vulcan, or the rocket. So it's a lot. It's a good bit of fun, and the explosions are huge. It's really cool.
Cool.
It's not a must-own shmup,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're not typically good at shmups, it's worth playing because it's not overly bullet hell challenging.
Okay, cool. Yep, I've got it, and I recommend paying that much for it because they did just release a physical version on PS3 and 360 that was like 50 or $60. So why you wouldn't get this is it's dumb. Quit being dumb, people. Buy the game. And then one last bit of news. Hell Yeah designer, um, the designer of Hell Yeah is creating a solo project, which is a futuristic action racing game. Let me see. I don't think I had the name of it though. Rising Star? Let me see
Uh,
here. Nope, that's not at all what I wanted. Oh, good job.
the next Penelope, Race to Odysseus.
There we go. That's totally what I meant. Um, but it looks cool. It reminds me of combat cars, or not really micro machines, but it's a top-down view for the racers. So it's kind of got an 8 or a 16-bit style to it. But it's fun and super duper colorful. Um, and the version we saw looks like it was on 360, the video anyway. But it looks pretty sweet, and I honestly was not all that excited for Hell Yeah. But I'm glad that he's doing something else, because Hell Yeah wasn't as successful as it probably should have been, because it was something fun and new-ish. But the next Penelope, what a weird... Is that like Penelope Pit Stop from Wacky Racers?
Let's hope so.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So, do you guys have any other news you want to throw into the mix at all? What's Tom doing? What is that thing?
What?
Don't worry about that.
Okay, I thought we were suddenly in an H.G. Geiger film.
That is a clamp that I use for when I'm drawing, so I can look at my phone, whatever I'm like right next to my face, so I can always see what I'm drawing.
Aha.
Does that make sense?
It's
Yes.
his automatic selfie clamp.
Okay.
Oh, my ass.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You guys don't have any other news you want to mention?
I want to say that futuristic racing car thing doesn't look very fun to me. I don't like overhead racers.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
like the aesthetic appeal. If it's not too expensive, I'll probably get it. So
I like
yeah,
I'll try it just because it's a Sega-related racing game, but
I don't know. It's like very loosely Sega related at this point, because I doubt that they're gonna publish it. Yeah. So, without further ado, though, we are gonna jump into our main topic, or maybe.
fucking word art.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy that because I put such a little effort into those every week.
I fucking love word art, so yes, I do.
So we're going to talk about our first experiences with the Dreamcast and continue the Dreamcast talk this month. Did anyone here get it at launch?
I didn't discover the Dreamcast until I was an adult, so.
I didn't get mine till 2008.
All right. And I know Stevie, he got it in 2010, I think, when he was on the Dream podcast. We were talking about it.
Was that on the Dream podcast?
Yeah, it was an episode that I'm not sure if it ever aired, the Crazy Taxi one. But you mentioned how you got a Dreamcast, I think in 2010, because we made a joke that you were celebrating the 10-year anniversary or something.
I see.
Yes. But I guess I'll start it off then, because I actually had mine on launch day, and that was a good day. I tried my hardest to get my parents to let me skip school, but they weren't having any of that. So instead, my dad picked me up from school, and we went straight to Best Buy and hoped for the best because for some reason I didn't understand reserves or pre-ordering or anything like that at the time. But I got the system and a VMU and, of course, Sonic Adventure. And I just remember being so excited for that game. Took it all home, and my dad actually watched me play for a little bit because he wanted to try to understand the reason that I wanted to skip school, I think, more than anything, just for a video game. But
nothing you showed him would have been a good enough response.
Yeah. Well, still though, like, that opening video, if there was anything that people were going to see when they got the Dreamcast, it was going to be that opening video for Sonic Adventure. So I think they did a good job of just showing off what the Dreamcast can do in terms of, I guess, the FMV. But, I still remember being so crazily excited when that video plays and it's just like that guitar, and then it's like blow, 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 down. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna play Sonic.
I have to say, it is one of the greatest intros of all time. Just the way it builds up to like the reveal of Sonic himself and everything is just so well done. I think that's one of the best versions of Open Your Heart as well. To the point where when they re-released the song on one of those Crush 40 compilations, they added those bits from the intro, like the staticky bits, to the beginning of the song, before it just started out with the guitar.
It's actually just the sound around like the title screen showing up, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so cool, and it even shows you the last boss in that video too, which I thought, in retrospect, like, not many games really. Well, no, some RPGs do that, I guess. But yeah, I played the hell out of Sonic, and I remember too that it was just the Dreamcast captivated me because it already had online connectivity and stuff. And I remember that the Dreamcast, it came out in September on the 9th in America anyway, 9/9/99, and then even for Christmas, a couple months later, they had downloadable stuff for Sonic already, which only had, it just had like a Christmas tree in the middle of Station Square, and I think snow in some levels, or gifts scattered throughout. Like, it was purely an aesthetic thing, like nothing really interactive at all, but it was still awesome.
Do you remember how long that took to download?
No. I had no concept of time as a child, so I remember having to explain to my mom that I was going to have to use the internet momentarily, back when we had dial-up and stuff, so...
oh, God. Remember fucking dial-up?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
I feel like I'm like going, ooh, remember when we used to ride the horse and cart and go to the shop and buy a
we
mansion with
walked
it?
15 miles in the snow to get our Sonic the Hedgehog fix.
One loaf of bread.
That fell both ways.
One loaf of bread was a nickel.
For a
Yeah.
penny, you could get 12 blowjobs.
And sometimes they throw in a loaf of bread. But that was,
Oh, the good old days of nickel prostitutes.
yeah. That's
Wooden nickels.
that's
You
where the
could even
phrase
ask for
started.
your nickel back.
That's where the phrase started. I'll give you a nickel to tickle my pickle.
Has anyone ever said that?
I mean, I've said it but not meant it.
Sure.
Well, you know.
I please mean it one time. Just imagine like on your wedding day, like everything's tender. You're in the hotel. You place her down in this loving embrace. There are roses, candles, romantic music. You just lie and you hold her. You just look into her eyes and said, "Can I give you a nickel to tickle my pickle?" And then you just a hot and passionate embrace.
See,
And you start fucking her from behind.
I'm imagining something else when you say wedding day, because I'm imagining relatives asking how you've met. And that'd be a great story to tell. Well, this one day, I saw this random girl. I thought she was really cute. I told her, "Give me a nickel to tickle my pickle," and she did.
It was awesome.
And then
it
your
was
grandma
love.
goes, "How sweet."
Yeah. Not actually hearing what you
I should do
said.
that to your grandpa.
And you know what your granddad says? Your granddad says, "I'd like to make myself believe planet Earth turns slowly."
God damn it.
At some point, we stopped thinking, unlike the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Owl City's face annoys me.
His face? Isn't his name Zach or something? It doesn't matter. Tom,
Yeah.
what is
Zach
your
Morris.
what are your first experiences with the Dreamcast?
So I was a adult listening to podcasts. Very specifically, Retro Force Go.
Those did not exist when I got my
represent.
Dreamcast.
Wow. That's even
Destructoids.
more than dial-up. Wow.
One and
I love
only
that.
retro podcast, as Dyson would say.
Oh, God. That brings
Um,
back memories.
oh, such a great show.
I'm getting legitimately nostalgic for Retro Force Go.
I
now.
still
He's gonna go.
talk to Chad Consomo on Twitter every now and again. He's still just a wonderful human being.
Oh, Chad Consalmo is the best.
He is, dare I say, amazing.
We're just plugging podcasts that ended years ago now.
Yeah, I still listen to it every now and again.
I mean,
love
it may as well happen because we're talking about a system. Nah, actually, the system still has games made for it, so I don't know.
Yeah. So, but anyways, one of the hosts on the show became one of my favorite people on the show, Topher. So much that I've adopted his name in online games.
Wait, Topher Cantler?
Yes.
Oh, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, he used to be on the Sega Addicts podcast forever ago.
Sure has. That's how I discovered Sega Addicts, is when he...
And in his final episode, he says, "Oh, I might come back at some point." He never comes back. Does Jim Sterling, who implied the same.
That is how I discovered Sega Addicts, when Topher went to Sega Addicts after Retro Force ended. But anyways, yeah, so Topher, it was always just a thing on the show that Topher loved the Dreamcast. So I figured it must be something great about it, so I bought one. And I bought one, and I didn't buy any games for it at first. I just burned them at first, because I was that guy. And one of the first games I burned for it was Power Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there
And it
went
just
my
makes you all queasy thinking about it, I guess.
And then Power Stone, Sonic Adventure, and strangely enough, Under Defeat, because Topher talked about it a lot. Under Defeat and Ikaruga.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned, I think the first game I popped in was Ikaruga, and learned, fuck you, Topher, that's not an easy game.
Yeah.
Fuck you talking about? But yeah, I fell in love with it because it really did feel like an arcade system, which is something I've not experienced ever, because I went from the SNES to the N64, and the N64 was anything but an arcade system.
Right.
And then I went straight to the PS2. So I completely missed out on the PS1 and Dreamcast, which, PS1 not as much as the Dreamcast, but the Dreamcast was the arcade system. And that is when I just
literally
fell in love with the console, and is why over the years I've owned it, it has never been disconnected from my TV. I bought an extra Dreamcast for traveling purposes because I never wanted to unplug that Dreamcast from my TV.
Nice. Yeah, you mentioned that during the marathon. I don't know if you mentioned it on the podcast for posterity, how you always had Power Stone in your trunk.
Yeah.
Are you joking, really?
No,
No
it
kidding.
happened.
When I went to college, I had extra Dreamcast unit in my trunk. 4 controllers,
Nerd.
Power Stone.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I was nerd on the periodic table.
That's okay.
Nerd
I
on a
actually-
period. Got it.
I actually have a framed periodic table in my bedroom from back home.
Okay.
That's how much of a nerd I was in high school.
All right. Elements.
Almost, you could almost say I was trying too hard to be me.
That sounds like a Disney song.
You just gotta let it
Just
go,
try
man.
so hard to be me.
Yeah, Power Stone was a big hit. That was yep.
Because I just try
Didn't
so
mean
hard.
for that to be a pun, and
Was it a pun?
I was more laughing at him just breaking the awkward silence after Stevie's song with that.
oh yeah.
I
guess.
didn't get the pun. I missed the pun.
I said Power Stone was a big hit.
No.
Yeah,
what's that?
I'm not
Oh my
getting the
god.
pun.
Tom, can I tell them the pun that I made earlier to you?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so the context is Tom is working with oils because he is a painter,
Uh-huh.
talking to another artist about Ed, I bet you're oilfully good at painting now.
Yep.
I got to get back to my master's dissertation.
That's a great idea,
now,
Stevie.
so-
So, Brett,
I just wanted to contrast. I wanted to contrast those two things.
thank you.
So,
Jesus
Uh,
I'm nearly done, by the way. Oh my god.
Brett, what are your first impressions with the Dreamcast? When did you get into it and all that good stuff?
Well, I mean, I always liked Sega systems when I was a kid, but we were not exactly like the richest family as a kid when I was little, so I had to choose. Do I choose the Dreamcast or do I choose the PlayStation 2? And the PlayStation 2 had Tekken Tag Tournament on it. Dreamcast didn't, so I skipped it, but I always followed it. Followed the advertising and everything. Every time one of those commercials would come on, especially the whole "Yo, Sonic, stay off the light speed, man," that one would come on. I would get a little bit sad because I would never have this system.
That was one of the worst commercials.
I loved it because I was a huge Seattle Sonics fan as a kid. So.
Sports.
Sports!
The
But
Dreamcast did have a pretty powerful ad campaign before it came out, though.
yeah, like I really loved the whole It's Thinking ads series and everything, but it ended up not being enough. Like they stopped that, and then they just started going It's Thinking, and that's it. And that I feel like that's kind of what killed it. Is they just couldn't.
So you'd rather
Didn't
have
the
them
same
yelling?
punch.
You wanted them yelling in your face abusively. Ah, Sega! You need this! Boogers! Bright colors! Brains exploding everywhere! To It's Thinking.
Hey Brett.
I like them both.
Brett, listen to me for a second.
What up, homie?
You still don't own a Sega CD?
No, I
Brett
don't.
does like.
Were you waiting for Nintendo to make one?
Yeah, Brett just likes to be yelled at. That's what it comes down to.
You
I-
have seen the games, haven't you?
Show him.
What?
So
Show 'em.
I have to say,
And
it's,
now what you have to do, Brett, is go, whoa, and then stick to your
Step
wall.
on me, Tom Sama. I mean, what?
oh my god. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, It's Thinking doesn't have the same punch as Welcome to the Next Level, but I have to say, when I was a kid, I believed that. I legitimately believed the Dreamcast was a console that was capable of thought.
Yeah.
And
And
that's why he avoided it, because he thought it would kill him.
well, I avoided it because I, like most kids, wasn't going to get another console from the parents after they picked one out.
Yeah, no, this was the first system that I had to pay for, so I was pretty much working to buy this system. So that's probably why, and that also because of that, I had Sonic for the longest time, and then that was the only game. So I was basically playing Sonic and Chao Adventure, but Chao Adventure probably way more than I should have been.
On the VMU?
Yeah, on the VMU. That's what we need to talk about is the VMU as well. Holy crap.
I've never gotten the mini games to work on my VMU.
For what games? Because there not too many had actual mini games.
Like anything, like when I take my VMU out of my controller, it doesn't work. Like the battery's just shot. It can't
Well,
play.
you should put a new battery in it then.
Yeah, but I don't want to risk losing my data.
Then transfer it onto another one.
I'm lazy.
These are not difficult procedures.
Brett's not as in the know as you. Come on.
Apparently. It takes two, like, C5505 lithium batteries or something.
See, I can't memorize that. I'm from West Virginia. I don't have the brain power to memorize that.
They burn through so quickly, though.
They do.
But yeah, like I always like followed the advertisements and everything, and I always wanted one, and I didn't get one until 2008. We were in Hillsville, Virginia, which is like pretty much the flea.
No one's heard of.
Yeah, it's like the flea market capital of the world, basically.
Hillsville.
And we went to this flea market there, and some dude had a Dreamcast sitting out, and I've learned how to approach people at flea markets to get them to haggle stuff down. So I just went, hey, look at that white box there. How much you wanting for it? Like, act like you don't know what they have.
Yeah, you can't get excited.
Yeah, you can't get excited, otherwise they will fuck you over. I was like, that white box there looks interesting, and the thing with the Dodge Viper on it looks interesting. How much you want to take for that? I was like, I give the whole thing to you for $20. And I got my first Dreamcast for $20 with 2 controllers and 2 VMUs.
You have the least convincing sounding voice ever for trying to feign ignorance.
Yep.
That's because
I could do a better Texan accent.
I don't feign ignorance. I am ignorance. That's all fucking
well,
real.
howdy.
How to do?
If you came up to me and I was a seller, and you came up to me and said, what white box there? I'd be like, you know what it is.
Well, that's the thing is these people are too dumb to know that I know what it is. They just think I see the car on it, and that's all I care about. Because they gave me a copy of Test Drive 5 with it as well, which is not a good game.
Lamens.
You want stone cold faces. My friend Sean bought a copy of Donkey Kong Jr. Math, complete in box, which goes for roughly $300 to $400.
Jesus Christ!
He bought it for $25 or $35.
Nice.
At a swap meet.
Nice.
So he's got the voice of ignorance nailed.
But you guys gotta know how to deal with Southerners when it comes to flea markets.
Did you just walk up with a dead duck and like a sack of potatoes or something?
And wear a Dale Earnhardt Jr. hat. You'll be good. Do all that and wear a NASCAR hat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I get on their good sides and get systems for $20. But
Right.
yeah, that's probably the best $20 I've ever spent because I went straight in on like Sonic Adventure 2 and all that, and it was fucking glorious because I'd been dreaming about playing that thing for 9
Ironic.
years. How punny, indeed. But it was damn good. And then I found out I could burn Japanese games. And I was like, oh fuck, the hell yes, I can play CVS 2 again because I hadn't owned that game in
The drugstore.
Oh no, Capcom vs. SNK 2 though. Like the last time I had played it was like 2003 because I borrowed it from somebody and I never got it found it for cheap after that. So being able to play that again was that was my holy grail right there. Like holy shit, I can finally play this again. This is the best day ever.
And
so
it was literally. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it was the arcade gamer's dream because it literally had arcade hardware in it.
Yeah.
With the Naomi board and everything, and so you had Soul Calibur was arcade perfect. Actually, that it looked better than the arcade from what I heard or something, or it had better backgrounds or something like that.
It was definitely improved from the arcade.
Yeah, and Marvel vs. Capcom was on there, which that was my second game. So all I had for a while was just Sonic Adventure and Marvel vs. Capcom, and Power Stone was on there. Just a lot of even NFL Blitz. Even though I know you hate it, Brett, but that was.
I hate it now. I loved it as a kid, but now I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I loved it on N64.
But it was and not just a fighter's dream. It really was an arcade player's dream because you had like Hydro Thunder. Maybe it's not the same
yeah,
experience
I
as
need to get
actually.
that. Like I said from the marathon, after watching you play that for so long, it really makes me want to get that again.
It's so good. Just make sure you don't get the launch version.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, don't get the launch version of that or Mortal Kombat Gold. Otherwise,
I don't plan on owning that game.
Yeah. Oh man, going back and playing that during Dreamcast Marathon was like it was eye-opening to see just how fucking rushed that game was.
Mhm.
Like they added Melina to the game. She wasn't in vanilla MK4.
I don't think we mentioned you, Stevie, but you can talk about your love for Crazy Taxi if you want.
No. I'm just going through this chapter, and then I think I'll be done. I just got to send it to my tutor. So I'll read this and whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, well, Brett said he paid $20 for his. I did not. I paid the happy $200, and my dad. We'll talk about how awesome my dad is some more. My house phone number from 1999 is on the back of that thing. We got that from Toys R Us, so that was incredible. And I love how it's like a $10 down payment for a fucking system. You can't do that now.
Nah, it's
That's
like
not-
how much is it for a down payment on the system now?
It used to be 25, then it used to be 50. Now it's $100 because
God.
sometimes people don't pick up a system that they only put $50 down on, but they'll remember they put $100 down. So I know that from working in game retail and stuff. But yeah, that's.
They'll
But
forget
also,
it.
I mean, look at that though. What's that?
They'll forget a $50 down.
Depends on the area you live in, I guess, but the Dreamcast was only $200 still when it came out, which I think was one of the cheaper console price launches. Probably not handhelds, but
We'll never see that again.
yeah, probably not.
Isn't the Wii U 200?
No,
I
it's
thought it
2,
launched at
3, and 3, I believe.
Yeah, I think it launched at 300.
They had two models, which the 8 gigs discontinued now. There's only the 32 gig out there. And Nintendo's apparently already working on another console, so there you go.
That's well,
Yeah,
they should
new
because
3DS.
they need to make a decent home console again.
The Wii U is a decent home console.
It's
I
not.
don't think they really need to do anything. They
not
have enough
about-
money.
It's not about the quality of console. It's about the quality of software.
They,
But the
as
software
much as you hate them, Brett, they're the only video game company that hasn't stopped just making video games.
Oh, I don't hate Nintendo.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, but I mean
I just hate the Wii U. I love the Wii. I love the DS.
The Wii U is the only console with a storefront that doesn't advertise to you.
You mean the dashboard?
No, the storefront.
I don't
The,
know.
Oh yeah, like the PlayStation stores. They don't even
Oh,
advertise
eShop.
games in the PlayStation store. They
Yeah.
advertise fucking movies.
It's laggy as
I-
hell too.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Like, I ain't give a fuck about what Seth MacFarlane is doing. I want to see what's new on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. PlayStation Store's new layout sucks balls. Xbox's store layout has always sucked balls.
Mhm. Yeah, I lost my train of thought entirely. But the Dreamcast is awesome, and the VMU was really sweet, and I definitely played Chao Adventure a lot because that was when Tamagotchis and Gigapets and Nanopets and all that crap was big.
I still own a Tamagotchi.
I probably have one somewhere. I don't know. But
The fucker wouldn't shut up.
what's that?
Took the batteries out. The fucker wouldn't shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Something
Brett, you
about
should
it
really
dying.
just get new batteries for your VMU, and that way you can
Yeah.
raise your Chow while you're
Yeah.
tending to the self-checkout lines.
Right,
Oh
right,
boy.
Write a retro review for Chao Adventure.
Yeah, do that. That'll get
Yeah,
the
okay.
hits.
There we go.
Let me tell you,
That
That
will
is-
make Walmart more tolerable.
that's the audience we've been missing.
No, I'll probably get criticized for not using proper child raising techniques
Oh yeah, like
If you
that.
say on Tumblr, I'm booting you from this call.
on anything.
Okay.
There's probably like hardcore Chow purists or something.
Brett,
That
that's your
doesn't
problem. That's your problem. You care about what people think.
Well,
You nailed it. Knocked it
And-
out of the park.
I just want people to like me, man.
Well then, maybe you should have offered them more than a dead chicken and a whatever else for their Dreamcast.
A dead chicken and a Dale Jr. hat.
Yeah, that's what I said. Another cool thing about there's a thing that I thought was the coolest. I can't think what words are doing now in my head, but let's talk about VMU sex. That's right there. The
This just got very R18.
The VMU, if you took off you had to plug it into the controller, but you could actually plug a VMU into another VMU, and you could like battle the Chaos and stuff. But you wouldn't actually, yeah.
That's awesome.
You wouldn't have to hold it there. You would just like transfer the data and then battle each other. And you could. The whole point of, well, we could just do a whole damn episode about Chao Adventure probably. But the point of Chao Adventure was in Sonic you have these creatures that are these globbly gloops little cutesy things, and you throw animals at their faces and they absorb their powers and stuff, and then you eventually get an emblem for maxing out their stats and throwing them in races and stuff. But the Chao Adventure, you could control the Chao and like collect fruit and stats and meet characters in Sonic Adventure and then transfer that data into the game, and then continue using that same Chao in the game, which like blew my mind as a kid that you could take something out of the game and use it on something separate and then put it back into the game.
It's still incredible.
Yeah, it's still like there hasn't really been.
The
I take that back.
The Vita is trying.
The Vita's trying. And Nintendo did have the Game Boy Advance cable, which on the Sonic Adventure re-releases on GameCube you could use. I think Sonic Advance was the series.
Now, couldn't you like transfer like something else Nintendo did? Couldn't you transfer Pokemon from like Pokemon Yellow to Pokemon Stadium?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And that giant Tomb Raider looking attachment for the
I still
64.
think like Sega like predated that. With
when was the N64 out? What year? That was probably.
Well, it came out in '96, but I don't think Pokemon Stadium hit until 2000.
Yeah, maybe not. Let me look that up because I just want to find another reason to point out that Sega's better than Nintendo. So this might take a second, but yeah, the VMU. I mean, you guys saw how fucking excited I was when I bought a brand new VMU, and then I found out that I lost all my Sonic Adventure data, so there went the Chao data. Let's see, April 30th. Of 99 in Japan for the Pokemon Stadium, February of 2000 in April of 2000 in North America, Europe, and Australia. So, yeah, the Dreamcast was once again ahead of Nintendo, and Sega was ahead of Nintendo, and they're pretty awesome.
It's worth noting about the VMU that modding communities are still making games for it.
Yeah.
You can hook up. I don't know how to hook up a VMU to a computer, but I guess you can get a cable, and you can go to these VMU homebrew sites, and they make VMU games. It's not even games connected to other games. It's just games you download on your VMU and play for 2 hours before the battery's dead.
Yeah, I don't know how long it would last on its own.
It's about. I tried this. It lasted me about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Which is not great, but
not
horrible.
Yeah, I mean it was probably doing more than it should for that battery, though. You know. I don't know technology.
I'm surprised a hardware modder hasn't come in yet and made VMUs that accept different batteries and can work longer, but.
Yeah.
So far, I guess it's not
considering we've got Game Gears that do that now, I mean.
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing hardware mods out there. I'm really shocked this hasn't happened yet. Or people have been trying and they just can't. So.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know. The Sega things were always hard to like.
Reverse engineer.
Yeah, like Megatron. But Stevie, did you want to give your 2 cents before we jump into the?
I just heard my name. Yo.
Yeah, did you? We're probably gonna jump into the next bullet point, unless you want to give us your quick first experiences with the Dreamcast.
Played it a little while ago. Played Jet Set Radio and Sonic Adventure. Not very good experiences to start off with. Good console, has a lot of history. I personally don't have a lot of history with it, but it's got Power Stone on it and Power Stone 2, so you can't fault the Dreamcast too much, can you?
I agree.
Ah.
That was definitely quick.
All right, thanks. So Tom, did you want to show us your painting or what?
Well, the painting I was working on that was Dreamcast related is a failure.
I think we'll be the judge of that.
I rage quit. And I didn't even fill the canvas. I'll just show you my portrait.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on 1 second while I do a smooth as hell transition to show everyone what's going on.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Keep that up for a second. I had the wrong window focused.
What? Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Sure, yeah. And how do I hate everything. Okay. Tom, show us your picture. Painting.
Ta-da! Does it look like me?
Yeah.
That's not a Dreamcast.
But it's orange like the Dreamcast logo.
Where?
My face is orange.
I guess.
I am Sega related, therefore this is Sega related.
He has
Okay,
the Sega Tomcast.
This picture strikes me as very self-fulfilling. I can see that it shows your exhaustion because there's slight bags under one of the eyes, and the other one looks a little derpy, so maybe you were going quite slightly insane, and your eyes started twitching, so that caused that to happen. The blue shirt represents tranquility, I think, so you are at least calm while painting this, but maybe not while posing for it. Brett, what do you think?
I think Tupac lives.
That's not... Stop playing your goddamn game and look at the screen.
No, I am looking. I think Tupac lives. This is a representation of Tupac Shakur's resurrection into Thomas Avantis.
All right,
Thomas
Tom, I guess you're
Avantis
summoning spirits.
Tupac.
So,
He is
just
Tupac.
to give you my interpretation of that is that I don't know how to mix flesh colors. I found many tutorials on how to mix flesh colors, but they're all for white people, and I couldn't match my own. They're all way too pinky.
Racist.
More proof that the internet is racist.
I couldn't find Asian.
Do you know what
I
you should
couldn't
have
find
done?
Asian.
I could not.
What you should have
I
done
can tell you where to find that.
is you should have took a picture. You should have took a picture of your face and then just gone to someone at like a paint store or something and just said, "Do this," and then they would have given you the right color.
Well,
How do I-
Walmart does have that color matching paint mixing shit, so.
Well, I should have gone to the art supply store and said, "Hi, all
Or
these
just
colors
cut
are
off a
great."
piece of your arm and send it in an envelope.
Well, so yeah, I tried to compensate for my Asianness by adding a little extra to the flesh tones I was mixing, and I ended up making orange instead.
How does... I don't... Okay. Yeah. Do,
I am not art.
I guess you're not artistically friendly or something.
You're one of a kind, friend.
Really, what this tells me is that I should paint a portrait of myself as if I was white. And see how that flies.
Oh, boy.
See how that goes over.
Yeah,
It'll
tune
end
in
up
next
being
week.
a picture of me.
I need a beard first.
I like how we're all
you
trying
you see my Facebook picture.
tiptoe around making racist Asian jokes, so...
I thought Tom said I need a beer at first, not a beard.
After this episode, he probably needs both.
I'm shockingly falling out of touch with drinking. I'm not having
That's
as much
fine.
fun as I used to.
Oh, okay.
It's not something I enjoy doing as much anymore.
Okay. Stevie, did you have a drawing? Because we just did Tom's artwork thing. If you didn't, that's fine.
I don't have. I'll tell you what. Give me 30 seconds and I'll do a drawing.
Sure.
Like, tell me, or you can count it down, or just tell me when to go.
Okay. Let me see if I can get a timer going here.
So we got one portrait of me. Stevie should do a portrait of me now.
All right, and Stevie,
I'll
can.
I'll try not to be
what?
racist.
Did Brett just add an app that he's going to use or something?
No, I'm going to do. There.
Oh, okay, and go.
Okay, right.
Remember, Stevie, think Asian.
It's got to be 30 seconds. He's got 30
You want me to
seconds.
think? Okay, I'll think racist.
That's not what we
this
said.
This is a very racist picture. This is really racist, this picture.
Not at all. Not at all, we said. Not what we said.
Remember, Stevie, Korean, not Chinese.
What? Oh. I'm sure he just thought there's a difference. So the Dreamcast, I don't think that was a very racist system.
Okay. Tom, I'm sorry, but
all right,
this picture is racist. I'm kind of nervous about turning this around, but...
Hold on, we gotta do the proper, Okay, now it's time for Stevie's art gallery.
Song for that.
So, go ahead.
That's a bowl of noodles, by the way.
It's hard to tell.
Oh, yeah, we can't really. Can you tilt
You
it or
didn't
something?
properly ink your lines, man.
Yes.
Can you see it? Can you see the buck teeth? And the hat.
The raven hat.
I've also written miso soy as well. And yeah, a bowl of noodles with a fork coming out of it, and of course the triangle hat.
This isn't properly racist. He's not using chopsticks. He's using a fork.
Oh yeah, shit. Oh,
That's how you know I wish I was white.
I actually think this is a better representation than you of the pictures you've done of yourself. What the thing about you, Tom, is you look in the mirror, you see someone else. Everyone else is seeing this. So. Me, Scotty, and Brett don't have the heart to tell you that you have giant buck teeth. If I had a yellow crayon, I'd be able to complete the image. This is actually good for 30 seconds, though.
I was expecting more racism.
Throwing sockets out.
No. Sorry. I want to know, Tom, how could the picture have been more racist?
I don't know.
I want to know for future.
Lollies.
There could have been tanks.
Okay.
No. Lollies.
I could have been dressed as a magical girl.
No, because that's not right. If you give me your address, I'll send this to you. I will literally do that as well. So.
Alright, so let's go into the plugs. Tom, what do you have to plug for us?
I have been going back to using my art page on Facebook and on Tumblr by posting things that I think are artistic, possibly. It's important to note that I still don't consider myself an artist. You can find these things at facebook.com/AvantisArt or theamazingtom.tumblr.com. And I am hopefully going to be finishing a review this week of Akiba's Trip. I know it's been longer time coming, but I keep on playing the fucking game. Other than that, what else have I got? Did I do anything else?
Not on the site. Anything.
I really got to pee. Next.
Brett, what do you have to plug?
I am probably going to be changing my name in the near future, but right now I am Suzaku Rainmaker on Twitter and Tumblr. I am Syvander on PSN, and Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, we just opened the new Sega Addicts Twitch channel, which is just Twitch TV/Sega Addicts. Easy to find, and we debuted with the first episode of Thursday Throwdowns. We did Virtua Fighter 5 this past week, and this week we are going to do King of Fighters 13. So be there for that. It's going to be me and Tom and
I'm going to get another amazing lucky streak.
Yeah, probably. And Scotty's going to be giving delayed commentary. So.
I will not be there this week. My band has a gig, so.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so your band's more important than us playing fighting games. I see how it is.
Yes,
very
it
much
is.
So.
Very much.
I don't get paid to watch you playing fighting games.
To watch you playing fighting games.
Or talking.
Maybe we could do a top Twitch channel or Twitch episode where for every time I lose, I huff paint fumes.
God damn!
Nope. Bad idea.
I'm going to have to throw every fight then. I'm not going to be responsible for your actual death. At least not in that specific manner.
It'd be funny in the long run. People would look back on it and
hilarious.
But we usually start at about 9 p.m. on twitch.tv/Sega Addicts. So come in.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, yes. Or is it daylight? Fuck it, I don't know. It's Eastern Time.
What?
Either way. Eastern Daylight, Eastern Standard, I
don't know what that, whatever.
It's a thing that exists. Either way, about 9 p.m. on Thursday night, we're going to be playing King of Fighters 13. So come by, watch us be complete and total idiots and beat each other up. It's fun.
Stevie, do you have anything to plug besides your dissertation?
My dissertation. I also would just the Stevie Grant on Twitter. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to start plugging just things I like from now on. You should really read this graphic novel / comic book, whatever, because it's absolutely brilliant. It's it's Mega Hex. It's the webcomic version of it is called Meg, Mog, and Owl. It's I'm tempted to just say don't look up anything about it, just trust me and read it, but I feel like since the outside looks so stupid, it might be best to explain it. But it's basically a comic about a witch, a cat, and a giant anthropomorphized owl who just sit around in their apartment getting stoned all day. But what makes it good is that it legitimately turns into like this depressing drama about just aimlessness and life. And it actually, like, some of the strips don't even have a punchline. They just kind of end on a really sad note. And it did actually like make me go, oh, that's really, really bad sometimes.
Now, is that what your icon on here is from in your lower third?
Yes, that's Owl.
You mentioned a giant owl.
One of my favorite. Here's the thing, I'll just say this. One of my new favorite comic characters is a giant stoner owl. So buy Mega Hex and you'll see what I mean by it.
It's full of owls.
It's got an owl in it, yeah.
Cool. Alright, that's something. Mega Hex. That reminds me of Reboot. Megabyte and hexadecimal. I am Scotty Mofo Show on Twitter, and I also am on YouTube. Haven't unboxed anything in a while, but you can still go through my backlog and see how retarded I used to be. Sega Addicts is also on Twitter as Sega Addicts, and we have a Facebook page. I'd like to thank everybody who now tunes into the site, and even this, welcome as a result of the Dreamcast Marathon. And that you can also check out the insight or the what's it highlights on Twitch TV. That was on Sega Addicts Scotty, and I will be doing my best to get the Genesis prizes out to everybody soon. Some people haven't replied yet, so I'll try to message you again. If you don't reply, I'm not gonna get your game. It's that easy. But also I'm in a band. We're called Wine and Spirit. You can find us on Twitter at Wine Spirit PGH, and we're going to be starting our fall tour soon, so we'll be announcing those dates and going around the country when she comes. Let's see, what else? Tom, do you have to pee really bad?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you already went.
No.
Brett, do you have a song we could use? Because I don't have it.
I could find one really quickly.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
during
that
the
you
dance
do.
party.
Oh, don't pee all over your camera, please. That wouldn't be fun at all.
I have some Childish Gambino queued up. I don't think you guys want to hear that.
How is that Sega related?
It's not.
Tell me in 2 sentences how that's Sega related, and we can maybe do that.
Well, he mentions Toe Jam and Earl in camp, but
In this song, in the song that you're gonna play,
no, I'm not gonna play
and
it.
you're not playing the any fucking Childish Gambino.
No, that's what I said. I'm not gonna play it.
That doesn't make anything anyone does.
I'm
I
gonna
can't.
play some Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah. Oh, great. The second best.
Go,
soundtrack in all of
go!
Whatever. All right, you bitches. I've been Scotty Mo, and with us has been Pocky X, Stevie Grant, and Brett Atfield. We're gonna.
Stevie's just sitting there, just waiting.
All right, I've been Scotty Mo. I'm the only one that does anything on this podcast, so I'm the most
I
important.
just finished my dissertation. I mean the third chapter of my dissertation. Sorry.
Congratulations,
That
Stevie.
was the best dance party ever.
I would have got it done way earlier as well.
Well, because we've got me just sitting here with the music playing. Scotty's going fucking nuts in the background, and then you got Stevie who's just reading, and Tom has disappeared to make beer.
All right, go to the website and do stuff. Goodbye, Internet.
I thought we'd done. Are we done?